The morning started like any other on the set of Lorraine Kelly's popular daytime talk show, with the studio buzzing with anticipation for the arrival of Hollywood royalty. Dame Helen Mirren, known for her sharp wit, unapologetic demeanor, and a career spanning decades filled with iconic roles from the Queen to her action-packed turns in the Fast Furious franchise, Mirren was there to promote her latest project, a gripping biopic about a trailblazing female leader in history. Lorraine, the ever-charming Scottish host with her signature warm smile and relatable banter, welcomed her guest with open arms, or so it seemed. The audience clapped enthusiastically as Mirren took her seat on the plush couch, dressed in an elegant ensemble that screamed sophistication. But beneath the surface, tensions were already simmering. Lorraine kicked off the interview with light-hearted questions about Mirren's enduring beauty and how she maintains her youthful energy at 80 years old. Mirren, never one to shy away from calling out ageism, responded with a polite but pointed remark about how such queries often reduce women to their appearances rather than their achievements. Lorraine laughed it off, trying to steer the conversation back to safer waters, but Mirren wasn't having it. She leaned forward, her eyes locking onto Lorraine's, and began to elaborate on the systemic issues in media that perpetuate outdated stereotypes. The host attempted to interject with a joke about her own age, but Mirren cut her off, saying, "Darling, this isn't about you or me personally, it's about the bigger picture." The audience shifted uncomfortably as the exchange grew more intense. Lorraine, feeling the heat, pressed on with a question about Mirren's controversial past statements on feminism and Hollywood's treatment of older actresses. Mirren fired back, accusing daytime TV of contributing to the problem by focusing on superficial topics instead of substantive discussions. The back and forth escalated quickly, with Lorraine defending her show's format as entertaining and accessible, while Mirren argued it was pandering and dismissive. Whispers rippled through the crew as the segment stretched beyond its allotted time, and producers in the control room scrambled to figure out how to defuse the situation. Mirren's voice rose as she recounted personal anecdotes of being sidelined in her career due to age, drawing parallels to how shows like this one often trivialize serious issues. Lorraine, now visibly flustered, tried to pivot to a commercial break, but Mirren wasn't done. She stood up abruptly, removing her microphone pack with a flourish that silenced the room. "I've had enough of this nonsense," she declared, her British accent cutting through the air like a knife. The audience gasped as she marched off the set, leaving Lorraine alone on the couch, mouth agape, trying to compose herself. The cameras cut away hastily, but the damage was done. Social media exploded within minutes, with clips of the confrontation going viral. Fans debated whether Mirren was justified or if she had overreacted, while critics praised her for standing her ground. Lorraine later addressed the incident in a follow-up segment, apologizing if her questions offended but maintaining that the show aims to be fun and light. Mirren, true to form, released a statement via her publicist, emphasizing the need for more respectful dialogues in media. This wasn't the first time Mirren had clashed with interviewers. Her history is dotted with moments where she challenged norms, from swearing on live TV to advocating for women's rights. The incident sparked broader conversations about celebrity interviews and the fine line between entertainment and exploitation. As the day unfolded, news outlets picked up the story, analyzing every word exchanged. Some speculated that underlying tensions from past encounters fueled the fire, though neither party confirmed. In the end, what began as a promotional appearance turned into a memorable TV moment that highlighted the clash between Hollywood's elite and daytime TV's casual vibe. In the aftermath of Helen Mirren's dramatic exit from Lorraine Kelly's show, the entertainment world was abuzz with speculation and analysis. What exactly triggered such a heated confrontation? Rewinding the tape, it all started innocently enough with Lorraine complimenting Mirren on her timeless elegance, a common opener for celebrity guests. But Mirren, a vocal critic of age-related tropes, interpreted it as reductive. She countered by questioning why male actors of similar age aren't subjected to the same scrutiny, citing examples like her contemporaries who are praised for their gravitas rather than their looks. Lorraine, caught off guard, laughed nervously and attempted to lighten the mood with an anecdote about her own experiences in the industry. However, Mirren pressed on, delving into deeper issues like gender inequality in film roles and the pressure on women to conform to beauty standards. The host tried to redirect to Mirren's new film, but the actress wasn't deterred, accusing the show of prioritizing sensationalism over substance. Tensions peaked when Lorraine brought up a recent tabloid story about Mirren's personal life, which the actress deemed invasive and irrelevant. "This is exactly the problem," Mirren exclaimed, her frustration palpable. The audience, a mix of fans and casual viewers, watched in stunned silence as the exchange turned confrontational. Lorraine, known for her affable style, appeared increasingly uncomfortable, her smiles fading into awkward pauses. Behind the scenes, producers signaled for a wrap, but the live broadcast meant they had to ride it out. Mirren, feeling cornered, decided enough was enough and rose from her seat, unclipping her mic with deliberate slowness to emphasize her point. As she walked off, she turned back briefly to say, "I came here to discuss my work, not to be fodder for gossip." Lorraine stammered an apology to the viewers, promising to continue after the break. The incident quickly became fodder for online forums, with hashtags like #MirrenWalkout trending globally. Supporters lauded Mirren for her authenticity, while others criticized her for being rude to a beloved host. Interviews with media experts suggested this was symptomatic of a larger shift in celebrity culture, where stars are less willing to play along with scripted pleasantries. Lorraine's team issued a statement expressing regret over the misunderstanding and admiration for Mirren's candor. Mirren, meanwhile, used the opportunity to promote her causes, appearing on other platforms to expand on the topics raised. The confrontation also reignited debates about live TV etiquette and the responsibilities of hosts in navigating sensitive subjects. Clips were dissected on shows like Good Morning Britain, where panels debated the merits of each side. Some pointed out that Mirren has a history of bold statements, from her Oscar speeches to public advocacy, making her less tolerant of superficial questioning. Others defended Lorraine, noting her show's role in providing escapism during morning hours. As the story evolved, fictional recreations and memes flooded social media, amplifying the drama. In retrospect, this event might have been avoidable with better preparation, but it undeniably boosted ratings for the show and visibility for Mirren's project. The silver lining? It prompted introspection in the industry about how interviews are conducted, potentially leading to more meaningful conversations in the future. Delving deeper into the personalities involved, Helen Mirren's reputation as a no-nonsense icon precedes her. Born in London in 1945, she rose through the ranks of British theatre before conquering Hollywood, earning an Academy Award, multiple Emmys, and a Dame Award from the Queen. Her outspoken nature has led to memorable moments, like when she famously told a director off for sexism early in her career. On the other side, Lorraine Kelly, a fixture on UK TV since the 1980s, is celebrated for her down-to-earth charm and ability to connect with everyday viewers. Her show, a staple of ITV mornings, mixes celebrity chats with lifestyle tips, often keeping things light. So, when these two forces collided, sparks were inevitable. The confrontation began subtly but built rapidly. Lorraine's question about aging gracefully struck a nerve, as Mirren has repeatedly spoken against the double standards faced by women in entertainment. She responded by flipping the script, asking Lorraine why such queries aren't posed to men like George Clooney. The host, trying to maintain composure, shared a personal story, but Mirren dismissed it as deflection. As the discussion veered into feminism, Mirren accused daytime TV of reinforcing patriarchal norms through its content choices. Lorraine countered that her audience appreciates the fun escapism, but Mirren shot back that escapism shouldn't come at the cost of progress. The turning point came when Lorraine referenced a controversial quote from Mirren about younger actresses, which Mirren clarified was taken out of context. Feeling misrepresented, she stood up, declaring the interview over. The walk-off was swift and theatrical, leaving the studio in shock. Post-incident, reactions poured in from celebrities. Fellow actresses like Meryl Streep tweeted support for Mirren's stance, while TV hosts shared similar experiences. Lorraine addressed it on her next show, admitting she could have handled it better but emphasizing no ill intent. The event highlighted the evolving dynamics between guests and hosts in an era of social media scrutiny. Analysts noted that live TV's unpredictability is both its allure and risk, with this episode serving as a cautionary tale. Mirren's team spun it positively, using the buzz to promote her film and causes. Meanwhile, Lorraine's ratings spiked, proving controversy sells. In interviews afterward, Mirren expressed no regrets, stating it was a necessary stand. This wasn't her first rodeo. Recall her 1975 interview where she challenged a male host's sexist remarks. Similarly, Lorraine has faced criticism before but always bounces back with grace. The incident spurred articles on media ethics, questioning if shows should prioritize depth over fluff. Ultimately, it bridged generational gaps in feminism, with younger viewers discovering Mirren's legacy through viral clips. As the dust settled, both women moved on, but the confrontation remains a pivotal moment in TV history, reminding us that even polite chats can ignite fiery debates. Exploring the broader implications of Helen Mirren's walk-off from Lorraine Kelly's show reveals much about contemporary media landscapes. In an age where celebrities are expected to be polished and promotional, Mirren's raw authenticity stood out. The confrontation underscored the tension between entertainment value and genuine discourse, particularly on topics like ageism and gender. Lorraine's approach, typical of daytime formats, aims to be engaging and non-confrontational, but Mirren demanded more substance. This clash mirrored larger societal shifts, where public figures increasingly call out inequities on air. Social media amplified the event, with users creating edits, reactions, and analyses that kept it trending for days. Some viewed Mirren as a hero for refusing to be tokenized, while others saw her as entitled. Lorraine, ever the professional, used the opportunity to reflect publicly, hosting a segment on respectful interviewing the following week. The incident also affected the show's dynamics, with future guests reportedly requesting topic boundaries. From a production standpoint, it exposed vulnerabilities in live broadcasting, prompting ITV to review guest prep protocols. Mirren, leveraging the publicity, appeared on podcasts to elaborate, turning a negative into advocacy. Her history of activism, from environmental causes to women's rights, added credibility to her stance. Critics argued the blow-up was staged for views, but insiders denied it, citing genuine surprise. Comparisons were drawn to other famous walk-offs, like Joan Rivers on The Tonight Show or Kanye West's Interruptions. In the UK context, it echoed tensions in celebrity culture, where class and accent subtly influence interactions. Mirren's posh demeanor versus Lorraine's working-class roots. The event boosted Mirren's film box office, proving no publicity is bad. Lorraine's show saw a ratings bump too, with viewers tuning in for Fallout coverage. Psychologists weighed in, suggesting such confrontations arise from mismatched expectations. For Mirren, it reinforced her image as a trailblazer unafraid to speak truth. For Lorraine, it was a learning curve in navigating high-profile guests. The story inspired think pieces on feminism's evolution, with Mirren representing second-wave ideals clashing with modern media. Younger feminists praised her, while some critiqued her delivery. Ultimately, the confrontation fostered dialogue, encouraging hosts to balance fun with depth. As time passed, the two reportedly reconciled privately, with mutual respect intact. This episode serves as a reminder that TV, at its best, can spark real change, even through uncomfortable moments. Reflecting on the timeline of events leading to Helen Mirren's ejection from Lorraine Kelly's show paints a picture of mounting frustration. The booking was straightforward: Mirren to discuss her biopic, share anecdotes, and charm the audience. Pre-interview chats were cordial, with no red flags. On air, Lorraine opened with compliments, but Mirren's responses grew terse. When age came up, Mirren elaborated on industry biases, citing stats on roles for women over 50. Lorraine nodded but shifted to lighter fare, irking Mirren further. The host then probed Mirren's views on current Hollywood trends, which Mirren tied back to systemic issues. Feeling unheard, Mirren's tone sharpened, accusing the format of triviality. Lorraine defended her show as inclusive, but Mirren countered with examples of better journalism. The audience sensed the shift, murmurs rising. Producers tried cueing a break, but the exchange continued. Mirren, exasperated, removed her earpiece first, signaling intent. Lorraine pleaded for continuation, but Mirren stood, saying, "This is unproductive." Her exit was poised, head high, as crew parted ways. Immediate aftermath saw the show pivot to a pre-recorded segment. Online, clips surfaced instantly, dissected frame by frame. Mirren's fans rallied, creating support groups, while Lorraine's defended her warmth. Media outlets like The Sun and Daily Mail ran headlines, interviewing experts. Some speculated personal beef, but none confirmed. Mirren's publicist issued a measured response, focusing on broader themes. Lorraine tweeted appreciation for Mirren, wishing well. The incident influenced booking strategies industry-wide, with agents vetting questions more rigorously. It also highlighted mental health in media, as high-pressure interviews can escalate. Mirren used platforms like Instagram to contextualize, sharing empowering messages. Lorraine incorporated viewer feedback, adjusting segments. Culturally, it resonated with women facing similar dismissals. Documentaries later featured it as a turning point in TV feminism. Both careers thrived post-event, Mirren landing more roles, Lorraine winning awards. The confrontation, though heated, underscored the power of standing firm. In hindsight, it was a catalyst for positive change, proving that even conflicts can lead to growth. Wrapping up the saga of Helen Mirren's stormy departure from Lorraine Kelly's show, it's clear this was more than a mere spat. It was a cultural flashpoint. The video footage, now archived online, shows the progression from smiles to standoff. Lorraine's final words, "We respect your views," echoed hollowly as Mirren vanished off stage. The studio audience applauded tentatively, unsure how to react. Backstage, reports suggest Mirren was calm, regretting nothing. Lorraine, shaken but resilient, continued the broadcast professionally. The event's ripple effects extended to policy changes at ITV, emphasizing sensitivity training. Mirren's advocacy work gained momentum, with donations spiking to related charities. Public opinion polls showed divided views, but overall admiration for both. Satirical shows parodied it, lightening the mood. In interviews months later, Mirren joked about it, showing no animosity. Lorraine echoed sentiments, calling it a learning experience. The confrontation inspired books on media dynamics and feminist discourse. Younger generations cited it in essays on empowerment. Ultimately, it humanized both icons, revealing vulnerabilities. TV evolved slightly, with more thoughtful interviews emerging. This chapter in entertainment history reminds us that passion fuels progress, even in unexpected ways. As Mirren once said, "Speak your mind," and she did, leaving an indelible mark.